to the 5th Annual International Cybersecurity Conference. The event is held by the Blavatnik Interdisciplinary Cyber Research Center, Yuval Neman Workshop for Science, Technology, and Security, Tel Aviv University, and the Israeli National Cyber Bureau, Prime Minister Office. More than 4,000 delegates from over 40 countries arrived once again to hear and share insights on the latest developments and dilemmas in cybersecurity. Over 60 international top speakers will give their take on the different angles of the 2015 cyber revolution. Sessions include The Secret of Cyber Success, Beyond Internet, Privacy, National Policy and International Cooperation, Cyber Innovation, Trendsetters. You are invited to participate in the Cyber Week satellite events, Parallel Tracks, the academic perspective on cybersecurity challenges, technological hack talks and live demonstration, startup pitch event, youth educational conference for the next generation, and the Cyber Challenge. Explore the cyber revolution.
Hi, I'm super excited being here. Thank you all for coming here today. Please raise your hand if you were here yesterday. Okay, please raise your hand if you speak English, Hebrew. Who doesn't speak Hebrew here? Okay, wow. So thank you all for coming here from abroad. We're very excited to have you here. I hope you love Israel and you're going to come here again. So we're going to talk about the ICRC, and I'm going to explain what is the ICRC. But before we'll go into that, I want to talk about cybersecurity a little bit. So someone once said that it's difficult to make predictions, especially about the future. Obviously, we're not fortune tellers. We don't know what's going to happen. But we already know, when speaking about the future, we already know, the guys, we have a problem. We know, without being fortune tellers, we know that we will see more Sonys. We will see more JP Morgans. We will see more Target. Seriously, who calls this company Target and expect not to be hacked, right? But we already know that we will see those. And that's because the rule of the game. The rules of the game are not in our favor. We know that change equals new opportunities and new threats. So if we expect to see more innovation in the near future, we know that we will be introduced with many new problems. We know that Bitcoins have created new opportunities, but will create new problems. We know big data created new problems, and we know that the Internet of Things obviously created new problems. I don't like this trend called Internet of Things. I don't think it's a real trend, it's a mega trend. If you want to create a real discussion about the Internet of Things, you have to talk about the real trends that actually creates the Internet of Things. Trends like smart houses, like wearables, driverless transportation, and many others. With each of those trends, we will see different problems, and we will have to create different solutions. But basically, we know that Internet of Things equals new targets, more problems, so we know that we will see more big incidents in the years to come. But we will add another tool to our toolbox. We know that the attack probability is a function of incentive. And this is a very important rule. We know that. We use that a lot when we come to create a robust cyber strategy. So if more and more things will be computer-based, there will be more reasons to attack us. And we talk about the attribution challenge, right? Matan, where is Matan? Here's my friend Matan has wrote an article about that, the attribution challenge. So you heard about Sony, right? So North Korea attacked Sony, but nobody admit that, so we don't know if it's really North Korea or several guys that did this. And then the United States attacked North Korea, but again, they didn't admit it, so we don't know if it was the United States or some other guys. The attribution challenge is a big challenge, and this is part of the world that we are living in. We talk about the asymmetry of attack. It's very easy to attack, and it's very hard to protect. When attacking, you have to succeed one time. When protecting, you have to succeed all the time. When attacking, you can attack one point. When protecting, you have to protect anything. Attacking has no rules. Protecting has a lot of rules. And we know that it's much easier today to attack than to protect. Everything is hackable. This is probably the first rule in our world. Everything is hackable. And we know that it's very hard to execute accountability against those who do bad things. So if we cannot do that, what can we do? We started executing accountability against those who are in charge of the security, right? So if you don't do your job correctly, we will hold you responsible for that. And those are the basic rules, but we see even something that is even more troubling. We know that trust is a very elusive thing. Trust is a very unique thing, and we see the level of trust in technology actually reduces, right? The pillars on which we actually created the foundations of cybersecurity slowly crumble. And we know that encryption is being broken. We know that SSL has a lot of vulnerabilities inside it. We know that certificates are stolen all the time. We know that big companies, those who actually lead the world of cybersecurity, has been found to work with governments and to put some vulnerabilities inside their own technologies to allow some people to access our data. We know that hardware is being manipulated. So we cannot count on anything. We cannot trust no one. And in this world, we have to create a robust cybersecurity strategy. How can we do that? Can we do that? We have to do something different. We already know that we cannot use the same tools that we've already used. It was Einstein that said, right? We cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. So if we will use the same rules, we will not be able to create a better future. This is why we chose this theme for this conference, a cyber revolution. We understand that we have to do something different. We understand that we cannot do the same thing again. And at this point, I want to talk about the ICRC, because I think that this is the mission of the ICRC, to create a better future. The ICRC stands for Blavatnik Interdisciplinary Cyber Research Center, and I want to talk about that, because this is a very important center to know. The center was created by two entities. The first one is Blavatnik, who gave 50% of the funds needed to create the center. The second entity is the National Cyber Bureau, who gave the other 50%. And this is a joint effort of those two entities. In the center, we have over 250 people, and that's a lot. This is the biggest cyber research center in Israel, and we are very proud of that. We have over 50 faculty members and over 200 researchers in the cyber center. Those people work day and night to create a better future. And one of the most interesting things about this center is the fact that it is an interdisciplinary center. That means that in this center, as you would expect, most of the people came from exact sciences, but you will find that almost 30% of the researchers there in the center came from different places, from the Faculty of Law, Business, Humanities, Social, and they work together to create those new groundbreaking research that will create the solutions of the future. There is a saying that it's best way to predict the future is to create it. We know that we cannot predict the future, but we know that we can influence on how it would look like. And this is probably what we're trying to do here at the Tel Aviv University. This is why the brilliant researchers in the ICRC are working day and night. And Gili from the Yuval Ne'eman workshop, Gili, hi. Yeah, and the ICRC, yeah, obviously, who worked day and night with her team for this conference, said today and yesterday that we're looking for enterprises from the business side to work together with the ICRC to actually create those new researchers. So if you are here and you want to create, you want to work together with those people, don't hesitate to contact her. this is it. This is what I wanted to say. If we want to be ahead, if we want to be one step ahead of those who try to do the bad things, we need to think different, we need to do different, and we need to create those new innovative solutions. Thank you so much. At this point, I'm very excited to present a short video clip that's sent us by our president, Rivlin. Please, I'm very honored to be here on the stage and show you this clip created specifically for this conference. So please, can you play the clip?
Dear guests, Israel is a very small country. Not even 1% of the world's population live here. But when looking at our advancements in fields like water conservation, developments in agricultural, biotech inventions, and the number of start-up per capita, one might think that Israel is one of the biggest countries in the world. But with all that we have achieved, we cannot sit back and relax. There are new challenges every day, and we need to find ways to face them. The modern battlefield, cyber attacks, threats countries, organizations, and citizens from all over the world. This battle takes place in the virtual space, but is a threat to our real life, the threatening human rights, the economy, and the national security. Cyber attacks require creative strategies to face them. Sure enough, thanks to the human capital, high-tech industry, and excellent higher education system, Israel is a leading player in this field too. You are witnessing today at the 5th International Cyber Conference, Israel has become a global cyber hub. In order to fight this modern battle, the Israeli government created the National Cyber Bureau, which brings together the best brains in Israel to combine policy, strategy, legislation, and technology so we can meet these challenges. I welcome you all today, dear guests from Israel and abroad, and wish you all a successful conference. God bless all of you.